poppin', YouTube family? It's your boy, The White. Welcome back to the channel. Silverback CI. Hope all is well with everybody. First off, do me a huge favor. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified when I post new content. And in my last quite a few videos, I've been forgetting to make sure I point y'all back to those affiliate links, but they will be still popping up on the screen in those videos. But make sure y'all reach out on those, man. Support the channel. Continue to help it grow. Maybe allow me to invest in even more of the fragrances that you guys suggest for me to get my nose on. But to tonight's video, I'm actually probing off into a first-time house within the collection. This is a fragrance that from years back in videos that I've watched, older content of other content creators, they raved about this scent, saying it's a fall, autumn time darling. Now, I've been rumored to hear that this one's going to be potentially discontinued, but it's recently popped up on, I want to say FragranceNet, I think is where I got mine. And they also carry it, or were carrying it on Jumma Shop, and it had just disappeared out of nowhere. So when I seen it pop back up on FragranceNet, I jumped right on it. It's from the house of Serge Lutens, and I'm going to let you know which fragrance it is. Probably their most popular. Keep it locked. Let's get straight to business. This one here is Serge Lutens Chergui. Main, of course, for this one is amber, sweet, tobacco, honey, powdery, woody, green, smoky, warm, spicy, and floral. Here's your box presentation. Pretty basic box, which looks really, really sleek and nice on the front. But when you get to the back, it's just some product information that most nobody really cares about. Nothing on the top part. On the bottom part, just barcodes where you can scan it. Maybe get a chance to get a hold to your batch code is on the bottom. This is a 50 ml, 1.6 fluid ounce eau de parfum concentration. And here's your bottle presentation. Real sleek, modernized bottle. Skinty. Nothing on the bottom but product information that you won't be able to see. Like I stated before, 50 ml bottle. Let's give her a spray and break down the notes. Couple sprays there. This one here, when the bottle pops up, first of all, when it comes to me showing y'all the Accords, that's the old school bottle. The picture of the new bottle is actually on Parfumo if you want to see what the bottle looked like, but I just showed it to you anyway. Top notes, we got tobacco leaf, honey and amber, and actually they didn't really put them in order. They just put them all together. So hay is a note, incense, sandalwood, iris, musk, and rose. But what do you get? What I get is a heavy dose of the incensey smoke and the ambery nuances. But for this to have a hay accord in there, it doesn't smell like a barn, especially a barn with animals in there. It smells more like a freshly made farm where they just putting the stuff out there. Fresh bales of hay is out there. That's the kind of the hay version of it I get that actually could even be considered with a level of vetiver. I just wouldn't know exactly which name vetiver I would go with. But reign supreme in this fragrance here is the tobacco. It's very, very authentic pipe tobacco with a very, very succulent and sophisticated honey accord. This is everything that all the fragrance reviewers made it out to be. Now, I'm led to understand it was a little bit more potent when it came out. Let's see what year it came out here. This came out, initially launched in 2001. So this fragrance is 24 years old. So I imagine some reformulations have happened in the tenure of this being out, including the bottle change and how it looks. I've heard that it was stronger, a little bit more rich, a little bit more dark when it first came out. But man, this fragrance right here is nothing to shake a stick at. The version that I do have, I'm pleased with. I paid, I want to say about $75 or $80 from FragranceNet. The 100 ml bottle was more like about $96 before tax. But I'm getting to a point in my fragrance journey. I don't necessarily have have to have 100 mils of anything. I've collected enough fragrance to where I don't have nearly as much as my other fragrance reviewers that I watch, but I have enough to where as I rotate things and I became seasonal with my collecting, I don't necessarily, or wearings, reverses rather, I don't have to have 100 mil of nothing, because by the time I've got major burn with a fragrance in a given season, the seasons are changing. This one here, on a scale from 1 to 10, I give it a 8.7 to almost 9. It's a very, very good scent profile. Definitely good enough to make the Autumn Vibes video, I would say probably this year, 2025, and 2026. Easy. I don't know if I could see 10 other fragrances just bumping it out, but it also always depends on what I add to my fragrance wardrobe. Best time to wear this: fall, winter, early spring, but especially fall. Right when the weather starts being real pleasant, as far as anywhere between 50 degrees, more like 60, for me at least, on up to the high topping out at like a 72-ish type of vibe, where you just started breaking out your little thin turtlenecks and mock necks. You just started wearing regular crew neck sweaters. You just started putting on your nice slacks and your nice boots, dressy boots, wearing your suits to and from work, more of your wool and your warmer cotton blends for your suits. This is what's good for that. Now, this juice, as you can see, I can step down here, is really dark. So I do not recommend that you take this fragrance and you spray your white dress shirt, your yellow dress shirt, any color dress shirt. This is one of those ones, at most, as far as spraying your clothing, upper body, you would do your undershirt. That might be okay, especially if you got on a dark undershirt. But this is more of an on-skin experience. I would always go my 2 or 3 around the neck and let it begin to give myself enough time to let it begin to dry a little bit before I put on a light color shirt. Because most importantly, I don't want to stain the fabric on my dress shirts. I would hit my forearms if I got a short sleeve dress shirt on. If I got a long sleeve dress shirt, I would hit right around where your watch would start, to where when you wash your hands, you don't wash it off. Might put a little bit in your beard or whatever. With me being bald, I even spray the top of my head sometimes, especially if I'm not wearing a hat. Very, very elegant, classy scent profile. This is not for the boys trying to wait to be men. This is a one for a sophisticated, mature man to wear, and it smells amazing. I can't say that a woman couldn't pull this off, but there's certain looks that you want to complement something like this with. But this is still, to me, if I was to rate it, as far as, or give it a percentage, this is 75% masculine to 80, and you're 20% for the ladies that dare to give it a shot. I think it's awesome. If you guys have any other fragrances within the Serge Lutens lineup that you think I need to get my nose on, leave a comment in the comments, and if I can get a sample, I'll go after a sample. If not, Serge Lutens fragrances aren't crazy expensive, so depending on the note breakdown, I might be willing to blind buy it, because that's what I did with this one, and I'm very pleased. Wonderful. That's my time. Peace.